I know that's a common question whenever we see new MMOs get announced. Could this be the next big thing, or will it ultimately fail like all of those before it? Regardless, I covered Blue Protocol when it was first announced a couple weeks ago, but since then a lot of information and even gameplay trailers have been released revealing additional features and a deeper look at the game. But before we get into that, let me quickly inform those of you who are unaware of what Blue Protocol is, what we're looking at. It's a AAA-funded anime MMORPG created by none other than one of our favorite JRPG developers, Bandai Namco. They are the people behind Code Vein, the Tales of games, including the upcoming Tales of Arise, God Eater 3, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, and they're just the recent games. So, they've been in this industry for a while. With Blue Protocol, however, they're kinda treading in new waters as they don't traditionally do MMOs. But it's always good to step out of your comfort zone and try new things. Blue Protocol is what a lot of us were thinking Genshin Impact would be. A vibrant, open, full-fledged MMORPG as confirmed by Bandai Namco themselves. The goal of the game? Recreate something right out of an anime movie and redefine the MMORPG genre with a high-quality AAA title, something that we haven't had in years. As Bandai Namco is behind the game, if you weren't aware, that means that the game is coming out of Japan. Rarely do we get MMORPGs out of Japan anymore. The last large one, the last highly anticipated one, was way back with Final Fantasy XIV, and boy is it good. Since then, we've gotten Korean Grinder after Korean Grinder, with new Korean Grinders on the horizon for people to be excited for. Currently, not too much is known about the game. It's set in a sci-fi fantasy world. Exactly how much sci-fi and how much fantasy remains to be seen, as it's difficult to really determine from the trailer. Regardless, the two are melded together to create what looks to be a familiar setting for fantasy RPG fans. Combat in Blue Protocol is action-based. From what we've seen, it's complete action just like you'd find in Kurtzspell or Soul Worker, and boy does it look good. And flashy. Kinda what Kurtzspell should have been, honestly, when it was released. I swear though, if I didn't know any better, I would wager a guess that they shared some of the team behind Tales of Arise. It cannot be a coincidence that this looks as similar as it does, which, isn't a bad thing at all, mind you. It's quite the opposite, actually. If some of the team from the Tales studio is working on this as well, then combat is something that we definitely will not have to worry about, despite their stories sometimes lacking substance, I guess. Combat has always been handled exceptionally well in pretty much all of the Tales games. 4 classes have been confirmed thus far. The Aegis Fighter, which seems to be a sword and shield wielding tank. The Blast Archer, which, it really should be quite self-explanatory, but if not, then okay, here. It's an archer that shoots arrows with a bow. The Spellcaster, which uses a staff, and since the Aegis Fighter is likely the tank, the Spellcaster is likely the healer, but, at the same time, might be a hybrid between a DPS mage and a healer, who knows? And finally, the Twin Striker, a dual axe wielding dude that may be able to wield dual swords and other weapons as well? I don't know yet. Why yes, there most definitely is. Well, I can't say with certainty that there will be a large variety of outfits with which to customize your character with in-game. Bandai Namco did recently reveal a character creation trailer, or 2 actually, one for each gender, to whet our appetites. In it, we get to see the large variety of sliders and the amount of customization we have over the characters' bodies. You can choose from a fairly sizable selection of facial options and quite a few facial sliders, hairstyles, colors, and more. Then you can customize your body, pretty much every facet of your body actually. You could be a tall, voluptuous, heavy-chested woman, or even a more lolly-esque girl if that's your thing. I mean, it's not mine personally, but I know that there are a lot of you out there that are into lollies, so it'd be nice to get a confirmation from Bandai Namco on exactly how much in the way of customization will be in game, but with the alpha test coming up, I'm sure we'll get to see soon enough. Oh, wait, yeah. I guess I should have led with, or at least mentioned this earlier, right? Yes, currently, Bandai Namco are sending out alpha keys to 500 select players who will be allowed in-game for a closed alpha test. Exactly how much of the game is complete right now is unknown, and how much of the game players will be able to actually experience is also unknown, but The alpha test lasts from July 26th until July 28th. And while I'm not capable of getting in myself, I hope people capture enough of the game for us to get a clear look at exactly what it's going to be. If the game gets a confirmed localization in North America and Europe, then you'll be certain that I will have beta keys to give out to everyone that is subscribed and following my wife, Mrs. STIX, and I on Twitter. And of course, you guys will be the first to know about it. Yeah, no Western release is confirmed yet, as the game was literally just announced this month for a Japanese release, but it's unlikely Bandai Namco plan on keeping it as a Japanese exclusive. They'd be cutting out a very large market if they opted to go that route. As for when we'll get a confirmation, it's unlikely that it'll be this year, as we won't even have a confirmed Japanese release this year, or at least I don't think we will, but next year could very well be likely. Man, this game looks so good though. It could be the MMORPG to bring the anime genre back from the graveyard. Currently, outside of like Burning, Soul Worker, the private server, and Eden Eternal Vendetta, again, the private server, we have absolutely no anime MMOs worth playing. We only have Period Chronicles to look forward to sometime in the future, and with Genshin Impact, a solo game, Blue Protocol is the only other anime MMO on the horizon. It looks amazing, it feels amazing, and I'm hoping it plays as amazingly as it does in the trailer, because if so, you're gonna find me lost in there for days at a time. But that's just my impression, my first impression of the game. What do you guys think? Are you excited, or are you looking forward to eventually trying it out, or do you guys even want to try it out? Let me know in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Take it till you pick your pace. I'm just hanging with my friends. Oh,